news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us on this Friday. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And a bit of rain this morning for us here.
Yes, a bit of rain, beneficial rain. So we'll say this. I will notice, too, a lot of those dry lawns looking a little more green.
Getting there.
Yeah, and today, a few more of those showers. Take a look at the radar. And the heaviest, or at least the most widespread of that rainfall is exiting our area right now. We can see it passing through much of the Mohawk Valley. We zoom out a little bit, and in the wake of this cold front, we're going to see more of these. These little popcorn showers. I think it's a great name for them, by the way. Looks like little pieces of popcorn passing over us, and it's basically what they are, just stray showers mixed in with sunshine and clouds. It is going to be a cool, blustery, and unsettled day today. Let's take a look at downtown Utica. It's a damp start to your morning. And the temperatures this morning starting out in the upper to mid 50s across much of the upstate New York region. So what can you expect today? Not a huge warm up, mid 60s the temperature. And again, you can see here the sunshine icons. It's a sunny, cloudy, and rainy day today, if you can count that all together with the unsettled conditions. But as we head into the Labor Day weekend, this could be a very nice stretch of weather. We're going to track what we can expect all throughout the unofficial end of summer and what follows that as we enter September. Coming up in a few minutes. Gary.
Eric, thanks. A decision made by the Poland Fire.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back, everybody. Happy Friday. We are wrapping up our final work week of August. This month soaring by. I feel like I say this every single month, but I feel like this year especially has just flown by. It started out in January before you knew it. A couple snowstorms. Now we're entering the meteorological fall next week. Of course, that falls in the first of the month to keep records a bit organized. But enough about that. Let's talk about what you're going to expect heading out the door today. We start out with a live view from area cameras. We have some damp roadways. Watch out for some ponding, but at least rainfall rates not that high, just steady and moderate. You can see that on these rain bands pushing their way east right now. A few pockets of showers out west that'll work their way into central New York throughout the day today. Traffic tracker is mainly quiet. If you are heading westbound towards Syracuse early this morning, there is a crash reported on the thruway after exit 33, right in the intersection of 365. So just a heads up if you're heading westbound to watch out for that accident heading out near Verona. So today, as you leave work or leave to head to work, we got a few lingering showers. It's a damp morning. You might have some patchy fog, but the clouds and rain are the big story. This afternoon, there'll be sunshine, clouds, and a few passing showers again, but that'll be the last time we'll see at least notable rainfall for the next several days. We're going to track what we can expect for the holiday weekend straight ahead. Gary.
Eric, thanks. There's a brand new initiative in the
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody, on this Friday. Time now, 5:17. As we look outside in downtown Utica, it's a bit damp out there. That overnight rainfall, beneficial rain passing over pretty much all of central New York. It is a 65-degree start to your day today in Utica, a little cooler as you head out in some other locations. I do think, though, maybe that temperature reading is a little bit on the warmer side. I'll look into that. I do think a lot of the area sticking already only in the mid-50s. The radar is picking up on that rainfall again, exiting out east with some more downpours and showers out to our west. Those, again, isolated and scattered in nature. And as you can see here in the next dozen or so hours, we will see opportunities for sunshine as well, mixed in with those shower chances too. But overall, it's going to be a breezy and cool day. Highs only in the low to mid 60s. Labor Day weekend takes place this weekend, our unofficial end of summertime, of course. And how about this to wrap up the unofficial end of summertime here? Upper 60s Saturday with sunshine, 70s and sunshine on Sunday, and upper 70s for Labor Day itself on Monday. So you've got a great 3-day stretch here, and this might continue for a couple more days beyond that. So we're not done with summertime just yet, despite that this cool down we're seeing right now. Also to mention too, maybe refill your hummingbird feeders, because that great hummingbird migration pushes south throughout the next few days, at least into early to mid-September. You're going to see a lot more of the hummingbirds that went all the way up to Canada pass through the area. So you might see an influx for the next, again, couple of days. So we got this massive cold front impacting a lot of the U.S. today. That's sweeping south. Notice that area of low pressure and that cold air lingering today. Still a nuisance tomorrow, but then Sunday and Monday, that low exits, and we're going to see some warmer upper atmospheric temperatures begin to move in. That's going to usher in some, again, warmer temperatures here on the surface, as well as drying things up as high pressure arrives from the west. So today, as you can see here, just a few sporadic showers, generally unsettled. But by tonight, look at this. It's going to be cold. Overnight lows in the 30s for a lot of spots here. So just a heads up, it's going to be a crisp morning. We're not expecting any widespread frost. Maybe some hilltops might see a risk for that. But it all depends on that wind. If you're sheltered from the wind, that's the big key here. Saturday, near 70. Beautiful weather. Tonight, or tomorrow night, I should say, another cool one. Lows in the 40s and 30s, and then by Sunday afternoon, warming back up into the mid-70s with plenty of sunshine. So your 7-day forecast, you got pretty nice weather for the next couple of days. That will continue through Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. We're going to be approaching near 80 again, Gary. Yeah, it's been quite a while since we've seen 80, but here it is, and that's going to be a pretty decent start to September. Kids going back to school with some pretty nice weather.
Yeah, let's let it last through at least September, right?
Yes.
Eric, thanks today. The New York State Fair is once again, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore. If you're getting ready to head out the door, get ready to be hit by some raindrops. Meteorologist Eric Gage is in the Weather Center. Eric, it was kind of refreshing this morning.
Yeah, some nice light rain. For example, for me, it's a bit difficult to wake up when it's just nice light rain on the outside. I sleep well when it's raining out. But yes, we take a look outside right now, and we have some rain showers passing through primarily Herkimer County early this morning, and this path is generally heading east as that front passes over us. In the wake of this cold front, we've got some popcorn showers arriving from the west. These are going to be hit or miss showers over the next 24 hours before things begin to quiet down as we enter Saturday. But still, it's a damp morning out there. Live looking in Utica, downtown. It's a damp beginning to the day today, and temperatures in the upper 50s to mid 50s across much of central New York. So today, we're going to see those high temperatures climb into the low to mid 60s with a mix of clouds, sunshine, and a passing shower. Following today, we're going to be entering Labor Day weekend and a potentially very nice Labor Day weekend. We'll track that weather, plus what follows that entering September coming up in a few minutes. Gary.
Eric, thanks. Heading into flu and COVID season.
Welcome back to Sunrise this morning on this Friday. And our photo of the day, now it does say Tuesday night lights, but Friday night lights are where it's at when it comes to local football. We're entering football season shortly, and this is a great photo here sent in by Chris from Camden of the cloud structure on the distance. I think this is a great photo too, with the not only what's going on in the background, but also, of course, the practice taking place in the foreground here. So amazing photo sent in by Chris here of Camden, and of course, good luck to their football team this year. If you have a photo like this you'd like to share with us, send it to the link right there in the top of your screen, WKTV.com/weather/pics. As of course, for me personally, definitely looking forward to some football this season. So the radar right now picking up on a few showers, primarily pushing east outside of the Mohawk Valley. They are still falling in Herkimer County right now. We're going to track where they head, what's following it, and of course, most importantly, the Labor Day weekend forecast straight ahead. Gary.
Eric, thanks. And if you do plan to hit the road this Labor
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Today we are tracking some rain showers passing to our east right now, and following that, A cool and unsettled Friday, but it'll be temporary. Let's take a look at what's going on outside in Utica right now. Still a damp morning. Much of that steady rain has ended in Utica itself, but it is still falling in, say, parts of the Mohawk Valley, entering Little Falls, still in parts of St. Johnsville and Montgomery County. But besides that, and maybe northern Otsego County, it's mainly quiet. However, we have a few more pockets of showers firing up here, North Utica, north of Boonville, and out near Oswego. So we're tracking those today. Popcorn showers mixed in with clouds and sunshine. Temperatures peaking in the low to mid 60s. So it's going to be a cooler day today, a breezy one, a taste of fall. But don't worry, we're back to summertime again as we enter our unofficial end of summertime here, Labor Day weekend. And tomorrow, we're featuring lots of sunshine after some morning clouds, temperatures in the upper 60s near 70. On Sunday, 74 the high with lots of sunshine, and for Labor Day itself, 78 and plenty of sun. So you have any Labor Day weekend plans, any get-togethers or anything like that, you've got great weather for it. In the meantime, though, something else to mention, the great hummingbird migration south. We mentioned when they were arriving from the south to the north. Now this time, they're moving their way back down to warmer temperatures. And on this map here, you can see around early September, mid-September is when they start passing over us in a lot more frequency. And that's usually when they come in from Canada. You get a lot more hummingbirds flying around. So maybe a good time to refill your hummingbird feeder. So look at the bigger picture here. We had this massive cold front impacting a lot of the U.S. here. And as it pushes its way south and east and this low pressure churns north, that cold pocket of air exits, and we're going to see some warmer temperatures and quieter weather move in for the weekend. Today, sun, clouds, passing shower. The story we pretty much experienced earlier this week, repeating it again for today. Highs in the low to mid 60s. Tonight, it's cool. Lows in the 40s, some spots even 30s. It is a crisp morning out there tomorrow morning. Then, by tomorrow afternoon, we're near 70 again. Tomorrow night, it's cool, it's clear, lows in the 40s and 30s. And then Sunday, warming up even more with highs in the mid 70s with plenty of sunshine. That again continues through Monday for Labor Day, as well as the first few days of September next week. Tuesday and Wednesday, 79, 80. Still looking dry, then that high pressure begins to fall apart by Thursday. Either way, though, we have a very nice 5-day stretch of weather just in time to enter Labor Day weekend and begin the school year next week.
Yeah, we can't ask for more than that. That is beautiful.
Gorgeous weather.
Eric, thanks. The unofficial end to summer is
The
around.
news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Friday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
Could be the fastest month of the year, I think.
It just flew by, Gary. And before we know it, it's already entering September and then the downward slide to the end of the year.
Well, welcome to winter for the winter lovers, though, right?
Yeah, so I live quite a bit away from that. But we will say this, it is a cooler day today. It does feel like an early taste of fall. A look outside, at least a live look at our radar right now. We have a few lingering showers passing over the area. That's from that cold front that's ushering in that cooler temperature after a pretty nice day yesterday. It was a little windy, though. We can see that front pushing its way east. In the wake of it, though, we can see a couple of these pop-up showers here and there. And we're expecting that throughout the day today. Isolated showers, hit or miss, mixed in with sun and clouds, like what we saw earlier this week. A live look at downtown Utica. It is a damp start to your day today. But again, a lot of that steadiest of rain has ended, so we'll see these roadways progressively dry up throughout the day. Rainfall reported from a stray shower in Rome, 59 the temperature, 54 in Hamilton, and 54 degrees in Saranac Lake. And throughout the next 12 hours, we'll see those high temperatures struggle to reach the mid-60s. It's going to be a cooler day today. And then following that, we could be seeing a very nice Labor Day weekend. We'll track what we can expect all throughout the next 3 days, how long this rainfall lasts today, and what the rest of the week next week is looking like straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. A decision made by the Poland Fire
Welcome back to Sunrise. Time now is 6:11, and as you head out the door this morning, we'll be tracking a few showers passing over the area. Let's take a look right here on the CommuteCast as you head out to work today. First off, roadways a little bit damp out there. Much of the widespread rain has ended, but it is still sticking around, say, for example, in parts of Herkimer early today. Well, as a matter of fact, as I say that, it's now exiting Little Falls right now and still pushing its way through the Mohawk Valley, heading toward the capital region. But we have a stray shower here, and out to the west. So we're not rainfall free throughout the entire day today. Traffic tracker is green across the board. The accident that was reported along the thruway near Verona that was in the westbound direction has since ended. So good news along that front. You should have no impacts heading out to work today, traffic-wise, aside from the weather today. So lingering showers, a little damp out there this afternoon, a stray shower. So maybe don't leave your windows open when you head into work today. But either way, we enter the weekend with a very nice stretch of weather for Saturday, Sunday, and potentially through Monday as well. We're going to take a look at the Labor Day weekend forecast and what follows that straight ahead. Gary.
Eric, thanks. There's a brand new initiative in...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Today, we are tracking a few showers exiting our area over the next few hours with still some unsettled conditions this afternoon. It's cool and it's breezy. Our final Friday of August shaping up very fall-like. A look outside, downtown Utica. Damp morning out there today. Roadways still a little on the wet side. And the radar showing a lot of that widespread rain still entering parts of Hamilton County. Mainly Fulton County is where the heaviest of rain is falling here locally. But here in central New York, a pocket of rain north of Utica, just outside of Rome right now. And then near Oswego, south of Oswego is where those showers are still firing up right there. So the next dozen or so hours following that cold front, it's going to be pockets of rain mixed in with clouds and sunshine like what we saw earlier this week with temperatures in the low to mid 60s. So it's a cooler stretch of weather to wrap up the work week today. But it's a different story as we enter Labor Day weekend. Look at this right here. 69 the temperature on Saturday with some sunshine. Sunday 74 with sunny skies, and on Monday even warmer, near 80 with, you guessed it, plenty of sunshine too. So we have 3 days of great weather as we head into Labor Day weekend. So if you have any plans over the next few days, you got great weather for it. We're also tracking the southward migration of hummingbirds. So a heads up over the next couple of days, next couple of weeks. Maybe refill that hummingbird feeder as you might get not only our local hummingbirds, but also the hummingbirds coming from the north in southern Canada as they progress their way down south to spend the winter season in some warmer climates in the southeast. Still, when it comes to weather, though, we have that cold front moving its way east. This low, keeping this weather unsettled and cool today. It slowly exits tomorrow. High pressure moves in, and it's going to be a very nice 3-day stretch of weather, even beyond 3 days as we look ahead to the end of the week and early next week. So today, as you can see here, it's unsettled. That low pressure is still churning to our north. Following these spotty showers, it does dry up tonight. Lows in the 30s, some spots, so we'll be on the crisp side. Then Saturday, upper 60s, low 70s, lots of sunshine. Tomorrow night, same story, lows in the 40s and 30s. And then by Sunday, warming up into the mid 70s with plenty of sun. Weekend's looking fantastic. Beyond that, we've got 3 days straight, Monday through Wednesday, of near average temperatures, upper 70s, near 80, before things turn more unsettled again on Thursday. So 5 days straight, Gary, of very nice weather. Great for the holiday weekend and even beyond as the first couple of days of school start.
We are loving it.
Yes, great weather.
Eric, thanks. Today, the New York State Fair is celebrating morning, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore, and if you're getting ready to head outside, get ready to see a bit of rain. Meteorologist Eric Gage over in the Weather Center. And Eric, how long is this rain supposed to last today?
Well, the widespread rain is exiting, but we're going to be tracking a few pop-up showers. So it's one of those hit or miss days today, Gary. In fact, let's take a look at the radar right now. We're going to see that some of this rainfall is progressively ending. I do want to focus on one point right here. Check out this area near Rome. If you're wondering where that rainfall is coming from in Rome, you've got Oneida Lake effect taking place. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting sight. It's not very strong because, of course, you know, we've got the temperatures are still somewhat 20, 25 degrees apart with the lake temperature versus the surface temperature. But also, it's rainfall, so it's not going to be that steady snow we'd see in the wintertime. But either way, we're going to be tracking some spotty on and off showers and even potential for some spotty lake effect today before those temperatures do gradually warm up this afternoon. Downtown Utica, a damp start today, overcast. Rain showers again reported in Rome due to that lake effect, and we got 50s in Hamilton right now. Today, we're going to see those high temperatures climb into the mid-60s. Passing shower here and there, as you can see here on that rainfall icon. Then following today, things are going to slowly dry up tonight and over the next few days. We're going to track what you can expect for the all-important Labor Day weekend forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Lake effect rain, better than lake effect snow.
Yeah.
Well, heading into the flu.
Welcome back to Sunrise, everybody, on this Friday morning. Our photo of the day today takes us to Camden. Shout out to those of you watching from Camden this morning. And this photo right here, a sign of what's to come this season. Football season is just around the corner. And how about this Tuesday night lights here? We got the capture of the football players here on the field. And in the distance, some very interesting clouds. I believe they were the lake effect clouds taken earlier in the week. So amazing photo right here sent in to us by Chris. If you have a photo like this you'd like to share with us, showcasing your neck of the woods, some stories behind the images as well, send it to the link right there in the top of your screen, wktv.com/weather/pics. Gary?
What a pick that was.
Yeah, great shot right there. Football season around the corner, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Well, if you plan to hit the road this Labor Day.
Most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Today we are tracking some rain showers passing to our east, and in the wake of it, still sunshine, clouds, and a few pop-up showers as well. A look at downtown Utica. We're seeing some blue skies peek out after that front is moving out to the east. You can see the actual backside of the front in the distance there. And the radar showing that front right there, exiting to our east. Some minor lake effect response off of Oneida Lake, and we have some of these scattered showers coming off of Oswego heading into central New York in the next couple of hours. Still going to pop up, fade away. They're popping up at random for the most part today. So, aside from some pop-up showers, today a mix of sun and clouds and temperatures peaking in the mid-60s by 2 p.m., our warmest time of the day, high of 65 if we're lucky. Other spots might remain in the low 60s. Still, though, we've got a very nice Labor Day weekend expected. 69 the temperature for the high on Saturday. Sunshine moves into the afternoon. Sunday, 74 with sunshine, and Monday, 78 with, you guessed it, sunshine. So you got a very nice 3-day stretch as temperatures progressively warm up as we head throughout the holiday weekend. Something else to mention, too, as we enter September, the hummingbirds will slowly migrate their way back south again, and you might see a bit more of them than usual, so make sure you refill those hummingbird feeders, as there'll be plenty of food to share, as not only our local hummingbirds, but also the ones traveling from southern Canada are going to move their way south, closer to the southeast. So the bigger picture shows a massive cold front impacting a lot of the U.S. right here. In the wake of it, you can see high pressure out in the distance, but this low is going to churn for a little bit today through tonight and into early tomorrow. But then high pressure moves its way back in, and it stays put for quite a while, setting the stage for a beautiful Labor Day weekend. So today, because that low is still just stubborn, not really moving, temperatures are going to be in the 60s, some spotty showers mixed in with sunshine. Tonight, skies will clear out. I looked at some other models. I don't think we're going to get this cold today. This is an outlier, but I do think some pockets could get in the 40s, maybe 30s in isolated locations due to still some lingering cloud cover. Saturday, lots of sunshine. Saturday night, same story, 40s in some spots. I do think this might be a bit bullish, going to the 30s in some locations, but we'll see how the skies fare in terms of clearing. That's the main story there. Then Sunday warms up into the mid to upper 70s or I should say mid 70s with plenty of sunshine, upper 70s by Labor Day itself. And if you thought that stretch of weather was pretty nice, how about the work week following Labor Day? Tuesday and Wednesday, sunny, upper 70s near 80, so you got a very nice stretch of weather to wrap up July or August, and then September coming in with some nice weather too. So
we are quite spoiled here.
yes, very spoiled for the next 5 days.
Eric, thanks. The unofficial end of summer is right around the corner.
With Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Friday afternoon. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And let the good weather Labor Day weekend begin, right?
Yeah, well, we have to wait a little bit. We have a few showers in the radar, but it's temporary, Gary. Following that, yes, a very nice weekend expected. Let's take a look at the radar right now. Yes, it's not completely dry. We have a few showers passing over us. It's still, though, just a generally mostly cloudy, unsettled, cool day here in the Mohawk Valley. But in the wake of this cold front that moved through this morning, things are going to trend more on the dry side as we head throughout the next 24 or so hours. We zoom out right here, and as you can see, we have that front still passing through us. We have that rainfall, a bit more widespread in the North Country, but a bit less scattered and even just a few isolated pockets as you head farther to the south. Live look at downtown Utica. Yeah, we have a few clouds sticking around. Some other pockets of central New York having some blue skies. But either way, temperatures are in the 60s right now. Low 60s in Hamilton, 63 in Rome, 60 degrees as we head out to Saranac Lake. So the temperatures, low 60s. We're expected to reach the mid 60s by this afternoon with, again, a stray shower here and there. Following that tonight, lows in the 40s. And then in the wake of this cooler weather, we're going to see a gradual warm up throughout the weekend as we hit the mid to potentially upper 70s by Labor Day's end. Still, though, we'll have a full detailed report on that weekend forecast coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Today marks 20 years since Hurricane Katrina.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. Today we are dealing with a few showers, clouds, just generally unsettled. We take a look at downtown Utica where the cloud cover is pretty persistent right now. Some of the locations seeing some peaks of sunshine, but it's not that widespread. We look at the radar and satellite and we can see where some of these pockets of sunshine are mixing in with clouds and even some rain showers. Just overall an unsettled day as this low pressure continues to move its way east. And we'll talk about that low here in a second. But for now, let's talk about those temperatures. Today, we're peaking in the low to mid 60s, cooling down throughout the night tonight into the 40s. Assume you had chilly overnight, but still a dry overnight. Rainfall chances pretty much end as we head into the late evening and the late night hours. So despite this unsettled and dreary day today, look at this for Labor Day weekend. Quite the opposite. We've got 3 days straight of sunshine, and temperatures go from the upper 60s up into the upper 70s by Monday. I would say close to the mid 70s for a lot of the area. I only think the lower elevations hit the upper 70-degree mark. Just overall, the pattern's not supporting that warm of conditions, but it's still going to be pretty nice out. And just a heads up, too, to refill your hummingbird feeders for the next couple of days, next couple of weeks, as the great hummingbird migration slowly begins. They progress their travels south for the winter time into warmer climates, eventually the southeast by October, into potentially Mexico or South America. They travel very far, so they need lots of food to make them travel far, and you could be a part of that process. Again, 4 parts water, 1 part sugar, no dyes added. Bigger picture, we have that cold front moving its way to the east. That low is going to pretty much remain stubborn throughout the day today into early tonight. By Saturday and Sunday, that high pressure begins to move in, that low exits, and we're looking at a very nice weekend for the end of August and the end, or the unofficial end, of summertime. So today in our Skycast, you can see those pockets of showers here and there. By this evening, it does quiet down. Lows fall into the 40s. Tomorrow, after a very crisp start, we rebound back into the upper 60s near 70. Saturday, pretty nice. A little breezy, but not too bad out there. Sunday night, or at least Saturday night into Sunday morning, it's going to be another quiet start. Lows in the 40s, and then climbing back into the 70s by the afternoon, mid-70s with plenty of sunshine. So that nice weather again continues through Labor Day next week. And how does the next few days of September shape up? Yes, we're talking September already. We've got 70s, near 80 degrees by the middle of the week. So it's going to warm up. Then we're tracking a cool down as we head into, say, the 5th, 6th, and 7th of next week so far. It's not a long-term cool down, but it's a reminder as we enter September, we start to see these I call them weather whiplashes. Basically, we have 70s and then 50s and then 80s, and then basically it's the seasons basically fighting. Eventually, you know, cold air wins out, but for now, we're going to see a lot of warm air as we head into next week.
Yeah, watch out for that whiplash.
Yeah.
Eric, thanks. The death toll in a... Meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now, and let's start this half hour with a nice picture from my good friend Mayor Sandy Smith down in West Winfield. She sent this in to me, and I passed it along, and what is it actually?
So it looks like a hummingbird. Maybe you might see it as a moth. It's actually a hummingbird moth, and you look at it, it's a huge moth.
Yeah.
And, but again, first glance, let's take this full screen here. You can see it. It almost looks like a hummingbird, right? I mean, the main difference, obviously, though, you have those giant antennae, or antenna, and what's a plural of antenna? Antennae. I think that's what it is. Not a biologist here, by the way, but these two things poking out of its head. But that's the difference here. If you have, obviously, quick glance, they can sometimes fly pretty fast. That's how you can tell the difference there, too. But a great shot that sent in to us from West Winfield. Live look at the radar. Mainly quiet here in the Mohawk Valley. A few scattered showers here and there as this low pressure system moves through. Some lightning detected up near parts of Burlington, Vermont, but here locally things are quiet. Downtown Utica, a few clouds passing over us, some peaks of sunshine, otherwise a mostly cloudy day today. And by tonight, things are going to gradually dry up, and some locations clearing out too, as lows will fall into the 40s. It's going to be a cool night tonight, and it's going to be even a colder night tomorrow night. We're going to track those temperatures, plus how the entire Labor Day weekend is shaping up, coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. 2 days have now passed since a shooter opened.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Hey there, we are still looking at some overcast to mostly cloudy skies here in downtown Utica. In fact, it's like a live view outside where things have dried up a little bit after a rainy overnight. Most of us experienced a couple of tenths of an inch of rainfall last night, but besides that, it's not entirely quiet. The radar and satellite showing some showers primarily up in the Adirondacks, as well as decreasing rainfall coverage as you head farther south. Moral of the story today is it's going to be mostly cloudy with a few peaks of sunshine and a stray shower that can't be ruled out, along with some cool and breezy conditions. So just a generally unsettled day today, but if we deal with this today, we have a lot nicer weather arriving as we head into the holiday weekend. In fact, today, you can see those temperatures struggling to reach the low to mid 60s. Tonight, it's cooling down. It's drying up, though. We'll see weather begin to produce less rainfall and cloud cover being a bit less overcast as we head into this evening. So, of course, Labor Day weekend is this weekend. It's the unofficial end of summertime, but how about this for the end of summer? We've got Lots of sunshine here. Temperatures in the 70s by Saturday or Sunday, and then by Monday itself, 78 degrees, the high temperature. I think that's only going to be the lower elevations. Much of our area maybe mid to low 70s. Either way, it's going to be entirely dry for all 3 days. So if you have any plans for traveling, staying here, inviting family and friends over, you've got great weather for it. In the meantime, although this weekend's looking pretty nice, we are expecting that hummingbird migration to begin to take place as we enter September. So in the meantime, start making preparations to fill up those hummingbird feeders. They're flying quite a while, some of them going from southern Canada all the way down to South America and Mexico. So that's a long flight, and long flights need some food. So you put out some nectar for them in the parts of 4 parts water, 1 part sugar. That's all they need. Get them the fuel to continue their way down south. So we look at the broader scale picture here. Here's that massive cold front influencing our weather today. It's going to push its way east. It's going to be stubborn over the next couple of days. But then, as we head into Saturday, into Sunday, that high pressure overall pretty much wins out, and that's going to usher in some nicer conditions. So here's that stubborn low producing some scattered showers today. By tonight, it's going to slowly shift east. Now, the influence will still be present early Saturday with a few passing clouds, but by the afternoon, the sun's going to shine it, and then the overall conditions pretty much all dry. High pressure really begins to set in on Sunday as those temperatures climb into the mid-70s with plenty of sunshine, and that northwest wind switches to more of a north wind. So either way, we've got that low humidity on tap for the next several days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, as we enter September. Gary, it's already September.
Not yet.
Not yet, but a few more days, yeah, and it's looking pretty nice. You got 70s, sunshine, even for the first days of classes.
I don't think we could ask for a better 7-day.
Oh, not too bad, Gary.
Eric, thanks. School security is now...
Meteorologist James DeFazio in for Bill tonight, and a little bit of rain, but not much in our county.
We're tracking
right?
Yes, we're tracking improving conditions. Drier air is working in. An isolated sprinkle is possible later this evening, but we're going to see primarily dry weather. We're tracking a couple of spotty sprinkles, and I emphasize sprinkles, very light, brief showers still working across the Canadian border. They're going to take several hours to get here. They're probably not going to arrive until after the sun sets. So our evening looking rather pleasant, partly sunny skies, temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s across central New York. It's a relatively cool August day across central New York, but things are going to begin to improve. We're tracking a warming trend to begin this weekend. 64 degrees with partly cloudy skies, breezy conditions today, and it's going to slowly subside as we head into the overnight. Fortunately, these refreshing conditions and low levels of humidity continue. Fortunately, locally, showers are now isolated only in Hamilton County, and I expect it to stay that way through sunset tonight. Showers come to an end this evening. Temperatures are going to be between the upper 50s and low 60s. Coming up, we're going to break down how nice this weekend looks, just this weekend forecast looks, as well as this warming trend that will settle in. Jason?
All right, James, thank you. Governor Hochul and the state
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Friday evening. We're coming to the end of August and the beginning of September. We're seeing more fall-like conditions today. It was, despite some scattered to isolated showers, we did see quite a bit of sunshine, and temperatures did climb into the low 60s. It wasn't incredibly cool, but a cool day by August standards by any means. Drier conditions have arrived. An isolated sprinkle is possible tonight, but very isolated. Otherwise, we see pleasant weather. And that continues, and then as does a warming trend, which begins tomorrow. We see much warmer temperatures tomorrow, and that continues day by day. Beautiful weather this holiday weekend. Take a look at our Labor Day weekend forecast. It is simply spectacular. We are tracking temperatures to steadily rise throughout the weekend. We're going to see temperatures tomorrow in the upper 60s, mid 70s on Sunday, and Labor Day, upper 70s with mostly sunny skies, an entirely dry Labor Day holiday weekend with just beautiful conditions. 64 degrees and partly cloudy skies up in Rome, and a 16-mile-per-hour breeze out of the west. It's been a breezy day. We've seen breezy conditions for the last couple of days. This will begin to die down overnight tonight. Fortunately, low levels of humidity and low dew points continue. Dry weather for most of central New York across the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. The one exception is in southern Hamilton County, where a couple light showers are working through. We're keeping an eye on a couple of light sprinkles back off to the north that are beginning to cross the New York Canadian border. They're going to be working in from north to south, but they are going to be fighting dry air as they do so, and that's why I think that most of us don't see anything tonight, and at the most, it's a sprinkle at most. This cold front has cleared the region, and it's brought in wraparound moisture today and cooler air. But fortunately, as this area of low pressure continues to get pushed off to the east, high pressure begins to build in, and that's what's going to bring us this fantastic stretch of weather and this increase and rise in temperature. We're keeping a very close monitor on the current drought situation. We're tracking all rainfall chances. Drought monitor has been expanded to include almost all of Herkimer County, which matches the state's thoughts as well. Skycast for tonight indicating again those isolated sprinkles for a couple of hours, but they completely come to an end after midnight. We dry out in full. It's a chilly night tonight, but we warm up steadily tomorrow. Highs are going to be all the way in the upper 60s after starting tomorrow morning in the low 40s. Tomorrow, highs right around 69 degrees during the mid-afternoon, partly sunny skies. Look at your 7-day forecast. A simply spectacular Labor Day weekend. We really can't draw it up too much better than this for Labor Day. Mostly sunny skies, not overly humid, upper 70s, nearly perfect. And that continues into the start of the work week next week. And then we're tracking the chance for rainfall on Thursday into Friday, which by then we're going to need it. And it does look like that's going to be a Thursday night into Friday thing, a little bit of model disagreement right now. Either Thursday or Friday is going to be a showery day.
All right. Thank you, James. 20 years later, with another look at the forecast.
Good Friday evening. We're tracking a fantastic forecast for this upcoming holiday weekend, but we want to start tonight with tonight's featured dog, Skycast. This is Dash from Canandaigua Lake, a very beautiful golden retriever laying in front of a very, very beautiful picturesque sky there. It's a great night to get out and enjoy a dog walk. It should be dry for the next couple of hours and at comfortable temperatures. You're not going to get overly sweaty from doing a dog walk tonight. It's a good night to get out and get a little exercise. 64 degrees with partly cloudy skies, and these breezy conditions continue through the evening hours tonight, and then winds slowly die down overnight tonight. Fortunately, we're not tracking any overly humid conditions to settle in anytime soon. We continue to see relatively comfortable levels of dew points. Temperatures this evening, chilly for August. We're in the upper 50s to low to mid 60s across central New York. A little bit chillier than we would expect for this time of the year, but fortunately, we're tracking a warming trend to continue into the weekend and into next week. We have one more chilly day. I shouldn't say chilly. It's going to be much even warmer today. Temperatures tomorrow all the way up into the upper 60s to near 70, but we settle into the mid to upper 70s by the second half of this upcoming weekend. Coming up, we're going to break down this Labor Day weekend forecast, as well as when our next chance for rainfall returns. Jason?
James, thank you. Turbulence during a United Express flight.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Friday evening. After a few isolated showers earlier this afternoon and late morning, things have really turned rather pleasant across central New York. Beautiful weather off the Cappy Tower Cam. Beautiful weather in downtown Cooperstown right now. Mostly sunny skies. Temperatures have now dipped down to the low 60s, but we're still above 60 degrees. It's not cold out. It's maybe a light jacket weather. But fortunately, we're tracking temperatures to rise. We're going to see highs begin to improve for the remainder of the weekend and for the beginning of next week. Drier conditions arrive tonight, and isolated sprinkle is possible across the North Country tonight, but most of us just see mostly sunny skies. Warming trend begins tomorrow, and then beautiful weather continues for the entirety of the holiday weekend. Take a look at this Labor Day weekend forecast. It really can't get much more perfect than this. A steady increase in temperature, partly to mostly sunny skies. Labor Day itself looking fantastic, upper 70s, mostly sunny. 64 degrees with partly cloudy skies in Rome. It's still a tad breezy with 16-mile-per-hour winds out of the west. And we're going to see breezy conditions continue through the evening tonight, but that begins to die down overnight as we will also continue to see comfortable levels of humidity. Primarily dry weather across your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, a couple sprinkles across Hamilton County, and that's going to be about the extent of what we see tonight. We have a couple of showers still to work through off to the north. These are going to swing through the north country and bring a couple of light sprinkles after sunset tonight before fully drying out. This cold front has cleared the region. It's brought us some wraparound moisture today as well as cooler weather, but fortunately, as this area of low pressure that's dragging the cold front continues to slide eastward, we get high pressure and much warmer air working into the region. We continue to keep an eye on drought conditions and chances for rainfall as Herkimer County has now been issued into a full drought watch by the state. We're going to continue to track widespread rainfall chances as closely as possible. Next chance comes next Thursday. Tonight, those showers come to an end. It gets very chilly tonight, lows in the low to mid 40s across the region. We warm up quickly tomorrow. Temperatures are going to rise all the way into the upper 60s to near 70 degrees, and then pleasant conditions continue through the weekend. Tomorrow, partly sunny, highs right around 69 degrees. Take a look at the 7-day forecast. An absolutely fantastic 5-day stretch for the Labor Day weekend. We steadily rise in temperature, mid 70s Sunday, upper 70s on Monday, and we stay in the upper 70s to begin as we begin heading back to work on Tuesday and Wednesday. Shower chances return for Thursday and Friday.
Here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
We're tracking a few scattered, actually isolated showers, but most of us are going to see dry conditions this evening. A couple of showers beginning to work across Lake Ontario. These get into central New York shortly after sunset, and the North Country may see a sprinkle or two, but pleasant weather conditions are settling in for the rest of us. Temperatures this evening in the upper 50s to low to mid 60s across central New York, across the southern tier, upper 50s to low 60s, 61 degrees in Norwich, 59 in Hamilton, 61 Cooperstown. Up at Griffiths and Rome, 63 degrees with mostly sunny skies. We continue to see 10 to 15 mile-per-hour winds, and the breezy conditions will continue through this evening and begin to subside overnight tonight. Continue to see refreshing levels of humidity. Zooming in on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, quiet and dry across central New York. It stays that way through the evening. If you have any evening plans, showers will not affect your evening plans. It is going to be a tad chilly. We'll be in the upper 50s to low 60s. We are tracking a substantial warm-up and a fantastic forecast for your holiday weekend. Coming up, we're going to break that down in further detail. Jason?
James, thank you. Governor Hochul and the state
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Friday evening. We're tracking drier conditions working into central New York after some isolated showers today ahead of an absolutely fantastic holiday weekend forecast. Take a look at downtown Cooperstown, where we're getting to see some partly cloudy skies. It's not quite as sunny as it was a little bit ago, and we're going to continue to see these breaks of sun. It's going to be partly sunny conditions through the evening tonight. And then as we head into the overnight, again, partly cloudy conditions. Drier conditions have arrived. An isolated sprinkle remains possible primarily across the North Country and primarily for a few hours right after and around sunset. Otherwise, pleasant weather. And a warming trend begins tomorrow. We're going to see steadily rising temperatures as we head through the weekend, and then beautiful weather for the entirety of the holiday weekend, and it continues into the start of our work week next week. Your Labor Day weekend forecast, steadily rising temperatures each day, slightly warmer with each day forecast to be dry, partly sunny, sunny to mostly sunny skies each day with incredibly comfortable, pleasant conditions. A beautiful, absolutely nearly perfect forecast for Labor Day weekend. 63 degrees with mostly sunny skies. We're still tracking breezy conditions with a west wind at 14 miles per hour. We're going to see these winds begin to die down as this area of low pressure begins to move farther away from us. Well, that'll begin to happen after the sun sets tonight. Overnight tonight, winds will very much decline. Dry weather has moved into across central New York on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. As we zoom out, we can see there are a few scattered showers still across the North Country as well as southern Quebec, and these are working in our direction. They are going to encounter drier air, and I don't expect heavier showers to work into central New York tonight, but I do expect a sprinkle to be possible across the North Country. This cold front has cleared the region, and it has brought cooler air and some wraparound moisture, but fortunately, as this low pressure continues to slide east, warmer, drier air continues to build in for the entirety of the weekend. We continue to keep an eye on rainfall chances as Herkimer is off and over to a drought watch now issued by the state. As previously mentioned by Jason, we're going to continue to keep our eyes out for chances for widespread rainfall. Tonight, very chilly lows all the way down in the low 40s, low to mid 40s, but tomorrow we warm up steadily all the way to the upper 60s to near 70 with partly to mostly sunny skies. Tomorrow, partly sunny, highs right around 69 degrees for Utica and Rome. A look at your 7-day forecast. We begin a fantastic stretch of weather, mostly sunny with mid 70s on on Sunday, mostly sunny on Labor Day, upper 80s. Beautiful weather to begin the work week with highs in the upper 70s, and then showery conditions can return for Thursday and Friday.
With meteorologist James DeFazio.
Yes.
Perfect Labor Day weekend,
Yes,
though.
absolutely.
Gorgeous weather.
And the gorgeous weather, I want to also mention, is part of the reason is we're seeing these algae blooms this year. It's this widespread sunshine, the fact that we've been above average in temperature, but fortunately that continues into our holiday weekend. We're going to take advantage of it this holiday weekend. Absolutely fantastic weather for this Labor Day weekend. We really couldn't draw it up much better than that. We're tracking things to steadily improve. Tonight we have a couple of showers rolling through on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Showers work through Oneida County by 11 p.m. We're tracking the back edge of a few wraparound showers from the area of low pressure that worked through a couple of days ago. Now, drier conditions begin to work in overnight tonight. Rome seeing that light rain shower right now at 55 degrees. Temperatures tonight going to be very chilly. We're going to see lows all the way down in the low to mid 40s. Temperatures currently in the upper 40s to low 50s across central New York. And as I mentioned, it's going to get quite chilly by tomorrow morning. Lows right around 46 degrees for Utica and Rome, but many of the outskirt areas north and south of the valley are going to get down into the low 40s, some of us even upper 30s. Coming up, we'll break down that Labor Day weekend forecast. Jason?
James, thank you. Governor Hochul.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Friday evening. We're tracking a few showers. They have not reached the Utica area yet, but they will be shortly, and then once they move through, drier weather is going to settle in, and we're settling into a beautiful stretch. Drier conditions settle in overnight tonight, and they begin a warming trend tomorrow. Partly sunny skies, steadily warming temperatures tomorrow, and the warming trend continues through the weekend and into Labor Day. And then beautiful weather through the holiday weekend and into the beginning of our next work week. 55 degrees with that light rain falling in Rome. That shower's working its way through central Oneida County. Winds have died down. We are still going to see a couple breezy conditions tomorrow, but not nearly to the level of breezy we saw today. We saw 10 to 15 mile per hour winds today. Tomorrow winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. This last round of showers is working its way across Oneida County. It's going to be sliding into the Mohawk Valley and the southern tier over the next hour to two. These will be clearing the Utica and Rome area right around 11 p.m. Our southern counties will be seeing showers until about 12 a.m. Back to the north and back to the west, drier air is settling in. We're going to be keeping an eye on the fog overnight tonight. No fog to report at this time, but I do expect by the time we wake up tomorrow that we're going to see some areas of patchy fog. Lows tonight being undersold by our next 12-hour graphic. Lows tonight are going to get all the way down into the mid-40s, approximately 46 degrees for Utica and Rome, and the outlying areas are going to get even chillier. We're in the wake of the cold front, which is drawing in this cold wraparound moisture, this cooler air that we saw today. But fortunately, this area of low pressure that is on the north end of this cold front is going to slide off to the east as the weekend progresses. As it continues to slide off to the east, warmer air will get drawn in from the south, and we are going to begin a warming trend. We're into the upper 60s tomorrow, much warmer weather, mid-70s for Sunday, and then on your Labor Day, all the way up into the upper 80s. We continue to track drought conditions as Herkimer County is now in a full drought watch issued by the state, and our next chance for widespread rainfall comes this upcoming a week from today, this next Friday. Temperatures tonight, again, very chilly. Lows tonight are going to be in the mid-40s for Utica and Rome. The outlying areas get cooler. Primarily partly sunny skies tomorrow. Could be mostly sunny at times with highs right around 69 degrees during the mid-afternoon. A look at the 7-day forecast. Beautiful stretch of weather begins tomorrow, and with a steady warm-up, we get all the way up to 78 degrees on your Labor Day. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic weekend for everyone that has a long weekend, 3 days off. Again, we are tracking that rainfall chances to return for Thursday and Friday, and by then they'll be much needed. That Herkimer County Drought Watch went into effect today, and we'll see if that gets expanded.
My man didn't know he's got to come sit down. So the weekends, they never have time for talk. No. We have time. Because I make time to talk to you.
We can blame Ben.
Now we're being told to be quiet. All right, coming up, the loophole that has been forecast for this Labor Day weekend with James DeFazio. And
doesn't get much better.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Absolutely fantastic. And these sunny conditions and these warm temperatures, it's really what's been driving these algae blooms all summer. That we've had such a sunny summer, such a warm summer, but fortunately we get to enjoy it for our Labor Day weekend. Our long weekend is going to feature fantastic weather, just a nearly perfect forecast with improving conditions each day. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, we have one lingering shower working its way through central Oneida County. This is going to continue to work southward. It will work across southern Madison and into northern Chenango as well as northern Otsego counties. But this is a very light shower, and this is the end of the wet weather before a very nice stretch of dry weather settles in for 4 to 5 consecutive days. Still lightly raining up at Griffiths and Rome at 55 degrees, and we're going to be keeping a very close eye on those temperatures tonight. Lows tonight are going to vary greatly depending on your location. As you can see on the temperature map here, some areas all the way down into the mid-40s, whereas some of us are still in the mid-50s. We're going to break that down coming up in full weather, how there's quite a bit of discrepancy. By tomorrow morning, we're all going to be down to about 46 degrees with clear skies. Again, we'll break down that Labor Day forecast as well as rainfall, when rainfall's makes its return. Jason?
All right, James, thank you. Governor Hochul.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Friday evening. We're tracking pleasant weather to work in overnight tonight and settle in for the entirety of our Labor Day weekend. And it continues even into the beginning of our next work week. Dry conditions in downtown Utica, but there is a shower knocking on the door. We may see a couple of sprinkles over the next few minutes across, especially the western portion of the city of Utica. But drier conditions settle in overnight tonight. We fully dry out. The warming trend begins tomorrow. We steadily rise in temperature throughout the weekend. And then beautiful weather through the holiday weekend and into the next work week. 55 with light rain up in Rome. The winds have died down after being very breezy today, between 10 to 15 miles per hour. We're going to see it be slightly breezy yet again tomorrow, but not like we saw today, more 5 to 10 miles per hour before winds return to calm conditions. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, we're tracking our last shower to work through central New York. This is draped across central Oneida County right now, working into central Madison County. This is moving south almost due south, a little southeast, and it's going to affect portions of Shenango and Otsego County. They will see a brief shower before we fully dry out overnight tonight. Overnight lows are going to vary greatly. You're going to see a lot of different numbers across our areas. Some areas all the way down to 43 degrees already, while Griffis is still reporting a temperature of 55 degrees. So we're going to see a big spread in overnight lows. Some of us get all the way down into the low 40s. Some of us stay into the mid 40s. The extreme rural areas could get into the upper 30s. We're also keeping an eye out. We do expect some patchy areas of fog to develop before daybreak tomorrow. Currently no fog out there. This cold front has moved through, and it's helped bring that cooler wraparound moisture today. But fortunately, as this area of low pressure continues to slide east, warmer, drier weather works in, and we continue to see a warming trend. Upper 60s for Saturday, mid 70s for Sunday, and by Labor Day, we're all the way up back into the upper 70s. We're continuing to monitor all chances for widespread rainfall as Herkimer County has now been added to that drought watch, the official drought watch by the state. Next chance for widespread rainfall comes this upcoming Friday. We're tracking clear conditions tonight and very chilly weather. Again, lows vary greatly across the area. Showers completely dissipate and temperatures rise all the way up into the upper 60s tomorrow. It's going to be a beautiful day, partly sunny skies, highs right around 69 degrees. Take a look at the 7-day forecast. It's almost perfect. We get a beautiful stretch of weather to enjoy through our holiday weekend. It peaks in terms of how nice it is on Monday. Partly sunny skies continue into the first 2 days of our work week for Tuesday, Wednesday. And then by the time we get to the back half of next week, we're going to need those shower chances on Thursday and Friday. But
Lawns are going to be dry.
yes, but we will take the really nice long weekend weather.
Enjoy it while we can. Thank you, sir. Coming up next.